Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, so Unbiased America Sports ranked sports by their difficulty, by their level of difficulty.
We're gonna put them up on the screen so you guys can see them.
Can we put this up on the screen so that they can see it? Everybody can see this. We had so much fun in my household last night going through this, seeing where did we agree, did we disagree, where we would move stuff. So top 5, boxing, ice hockey, football, basketball, wrestling is number 5. Wrestling came in harder than soccer, harder than rugby. I don't know if I can agree with this. Can you guys? Wrestling? Really? Do you guys agree with those top 5?
Mac, you start. This is your show.
Did you hear that time, Alex?
I heard it, Mac.
When I asked you to repeat, did you not? When he says it's his show and I was right, he just said it. Can we get that on tape, please? Can you ticket tape that moment? Because I'm going to make him suck on it.
I'm good.
What do I think on that? I think that I looked at this list: ice hockey, football, wrestling, professional wrestling, the scripted kind. Auto racing and golf are the ones I like to watch. But if I looked at these about playing difficulty-wise, if you're going to say boxing and wrestling where it's like if it's martial arts, that's got to be harder than boxing where it's just 2 hands instead of the feet. They're like what I look down number 40's rodeo calf roping.
Yes.
That's got to be way harder than
wrestling.
And then golf 51. So I put down the ones that this is how I did. Those are the ones that I like to watch, and the ones I like to play are golf, fishing, and snowmobile. It's not even on there.
Fishing, they made number 60, and we only showed you the top 30.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that's because it's not that hard. That makes sense. But like golf is hard. Like horse race. What the?
But I feel that golf is hard. I feel like golf should be.
I like somebody
more
just
in,
listed sports.
The middle, but
it was made by
Unbiased
America Sports.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
So no individual person made this list.
Nobody
I
took
think
credit
they
for it.
just
They just
right.
put
So-
different sports together. It's like we just started naming sports.
They should be banned from the internet.
Hey,
How
they
do
have
we do that, Adam?
They got cheerleading at 52.
Ahead of golf?
Yeah, golf's at 51.
So
dog.
I swear whoever made this list hasn't picked up any type of sport in their life.
What do you think is the
I think it's
hardest
ridiculous.
sport to play?
That's
Adam.
on this golf.
Golf should be way
Hard.
higher.
Golf's one
Golf should
of
be
the-
top 10. Wrestling, actual
No,
wrestling in high
hardest-
school, it's not difficult.
Well,
It's,
no, what do you think is the most
Neither is cycling.
difficult?
This is all stamina-based things. Like, it's...
Go around the horn. Everyone gets one to pick. What's your
hardest
toughest
one?
sport to play? What do you think is the toughest
I
sport
think
to
golf.
play?
I think golf is
Okay,
actually the
that's
hardest
you.
difficult. hardest
Fish,
sport to
you're
play.
up.
Rugby.
Okay, Mac.
Yeah.
Toughest sport to play.
golf.
All right, Pilar.
Really?
It's not that easy. It's not about hitting a ball.
No, I understand. Look, I attempt to play
And
golf
let's just
all the time.
Say to play it well.
Well.
Not just to
Right.
hit it.
Yeah,
not
no,
just to throw a
professionally,
bowling ball
professionally.
down the
Right.
lane.
Yeah. Right.
Just to play it well.
I'm gonna
Golf's
say
hardest.
hockey. To me, I feel like there's so much coordination, there's balance, there's speed, there's endurance. You're getting hit, you're getting beat up. There's so much to it. I honestly think hockey.
I'll go
is
last.
the
You know what? You
hardest
just
sport.
reminded me how great I was. So thank you. Pilar.
Welcome,
You
Jeff.
made me feel better on this Wednesday. I did so many
Alex.
things well. You are so. Give me some right
I just
there.
called Alex
Wait.
Jeff. Alex, your turn.
Did you again? You called me
I did,
Jeff?
I
Oh
did.
my goodness,
Sorry.
Maz.
He dreams about Jeff.
Oh my goodness, Dad, that's what he's saying.
I obviously can't speak on all these sports because I haven't played all of them. But the hardest sport I've ever played is golf, with roller hockey being a close second.
I thought he said it was going to say with rollerblades on. I was like, that.
I got baseball because you try to hit a baseball. You want Shohei Ohtani to throw one by you. You want Nolan Ryan to throw one by you. You ever try catching a fly ball? You see what Kevin Pilar does in the center field. You ever try to, field the ball at shortstop like Derek Jeter did, third base like Brooks Robinson. I mean, you try to hit a baseball. Try to catch a baseball. I dare you.
That was my
But
number
then
2.
also, how about
I'm with wow, Darren is on fire today. I have the same list, Darren.
Yeah. No,
Baseball would be my number 2.
Baseball's number 2, the hand-eye and stuff like that.
So you thought playing hockey was easy? Is it just because you grew up playing?
I mean, you can't put me in the
It's
freaking.
so
that
hard,
What do you do?
question
You
though.
skate
because
around with a stick and a puck. What's the big deal?
Then
I'm
you
gonna
get
put you
mad,
on
and then
some
you
ice
get to
skates.
hit somebody,
And
and
then
then you
people are
fight them,
hitting
and then
you.
you don't get put in
It's a
jail. You
joke.
get put in a box, then you come out,
It's
people
top,
cheer
it's
for
top
you.
5, of
Adam,
course.
did you see what this guy in the chat says? He says verbal sparring with Adam has to be top 5 difficult
This man,
sports.
Mike G, knows exactly what he's talking about.
Who? Wait, what was it? What was it? What did he say?
Mike G on YouTube says verbal sparring with Adam has to be a top 5 most
Nice
difficult
going.
sport. I would
That's
agree
great.
with that.
No, I highly respected in his argumentative skills.
Look,
Listen,
to
football-
Darren's
Wall
point,
Street, we got Adam the Wolf.
to Darren's point on golf, it's not just about going out there and hitting a ball where you want it. Like professionally, they make courses in a way where you have to hit certain shots, whether it's a fade or a draw. And you know what? It's outside, which means conditions always play a factor. Whether it's humid, it's raining, it's hot outside, it's cold. All these factors change the way you golf. It's so
Guys.
It's more complex than it
Guys.
seems.
You're on your own.
No, you're not. There's like
listen to me.
10,000 people
You're
walking
on
behind you.
You're on your own. You're walking
Yeah,
around on
Maz,
grass.
Maz, and you know what the irony is? It's the only sport where the thing isn't moving. You can do whatever you want, preparation to it as much as you want,
Yeah.
going in with all the schemes, and you can't repeat it.
Who cares? You can
You
still
can't
hit
hit
the
the
damn
same
ball.
I
shot
care.
twice.
Me and Adam care.
If you trained
You
me
can't-
for
listen.
an hour, I'll be able to hit a golf ball.
I promise
Dude,
you,
but
not
are you able to
If
professionally.
I trained you for an hour to try to hit a fastball, you would look like a fool.
No, I
Lie.
could take Darren to the
Lies.
Not
batting
you.
cages.
You're an athlete.
well, thank you.
Him.
He's an athlete. Are you?
Him. Me. I can't even see the fucking ball.
You know what?
Maz,
First
here,
off-
let's,
first
hey, Adam
off,
would,
okay,
Adam's an athlete
I can
too,
hit a
bro.
ball.
Seriously, if you can hit a
Adam
see,
plays softball
Maz, this
every
is where you're
Thursday.
wrong. Hand-eye coordination.
I knew this was gonna be a great
It ain't
debate.
baseball.
I played okay, here. I'll give my
Hey,
little high school.
hand-eye coordination. That's
Shit.
where it all comes in. Why
I
do you
played
think
in
it all
I played in
correlates?
Wayne County, and at the time when I was playing, there were dudes who threw heat, Maz, 90, 91, 92. I could hit. I
Bro,
threw heat too.
They're not throwing 90,
I played
91,
baseball
92.
pretty
Yeah, they
damn
are,
well in high
Maz. You
school.
never played junior baseball
It's not-
around this area. But Troy Jetbox back in the day.
Maz, here's the
Good-
difference. If you train your kid from the time he's 4 years old up until he's 18, he'll be a
Maz-
damn good baseball player. If you train your kid to golf from 4 to 18, they're not going to be a damn good golfer.
Not true.
I promise you that's true.
So, have you tried that? Because
I played
we've
golf
done.
and
Okay, well maybe
baseball
you
all my
just
life.
can't play golf then to be that good because
I started golf
my
when I was
stepson.
19. I
Okay,
played
well,
baseball all my life.
okay, but my stepson has been playing golf since the second he can pick up a golf club, and he's a phenomenal.
Phenomenal
golfer.
is the score of what? Like, again, we're talking professionally. Guys who go out on
Well,
the
yeah,
tour,
I mean-
shoot under par, play competitively with people in the stands heckling
And
them
not
and
just
behind
under
them.
par. 64 is like
But some of
8
these
under
golfers,
par.
I mean,
Thank you.
the
You-
majority
things
of
you
these
shoot in a
golfers have been
scramble
picking
with
up
your poor
clubs.
buddy.
I'm a
buddies.
decent golfer. I have a good handicap, but that does not mean I am a great golf. Like, being good professionally at golf is much more difficult than any other sport. You can't convince me. It's just impossible.
Baseball.
You have to hit impossible shots. Baseball, you're going against the same speed every other game.
Wait a
you have
minute.
your changeup, your slider,
How many
your curveballs.
how many people make it in baseball?
How many people golf? I mean, it's
A
a
lot
irrelevant
more than
argument.
in golf. How many people
I
make a
personally,
living
I
each
still
year in
think
golf?
that
125
that some of
make
these
their tour
sports-
cards.
so
and then there's
Tim
other
Pierce
ones. So
would make
100,
me
you got to
look
be
like
a top
I can't
125.
golf.
And then whatever else. So if you go through all the different tours in the world, there might be 300, 400 players in
He
the
knows.
friggin' world. How many players are in baseball around the world?
I'm just saying, all
I'm
these kids
just
in the
saying.
minor leagues that can't
So-
get up to the major leagues. To get up to the major leagues is a huge step.
And what do you
It
think
is,
these
yeah.
golfers? You think that just because you're seeing these kids,
I'm
these
just
are
saying,
well
it's a-
trained?
Listen,
Bro,
they're all very
it's an
difficult,
easier game
right?
than playing
But
baseball.
No, it's not.
I disagree.
I disagree with
That's
you.
fine.
Maz, you think that it's the golf is all about just hitting the golf ball and like
Yeah,
just
then go
spot
chase
hitting
it and go hit it
Every
again.
Yeah,
shot
but
in
then
golf is
think
different.
about also having to read greens, having to read breaks of
Do you know what
like
a read a
grass
lie,
that's
Maz?
like
if it's going to be a fly
centimeter
or if
tall.
it's plugged or
You have
if
to
it's,
understand,
you
in
know,
golf, you're
if
never hitting the
Bermuda
same shot.
grass when you're chipping it. Is your club going to get stuck in it? Or
I'm just
were you
saying golf's not a
hitting
top five
hitting over
tough
the,
sport.
the
That's all.
rye where
I'm
it
gonna
goes
agree
through
with
it
you.
or whatever.
It's tough.
And
There's
we're
so
saying
much
golf
to
is
it.
not a
Right.
top 50 sport. We're saying it should be ranked higher. Agree to disagree.
That's fine. That's fine. I can't argue with
Yeah,
Mac
it's-
with the amount of players that play as pros.
No,
I
you
can't
brought
argue
up
with
the
that.
point.
But
You bring up
listen.
how many, and I answer you, and then you get mad because I have an answer for your question.
That's because I miss.
Well,
missaid
and that's
it.
my fault.
It is.
Again, always.
I just
yeah.
gave you a compliment saying you just shut
Frank
me down.
says baseball
You said
way
very little
tougher
people make
than
it.
golf.
Yeah. But you don't realize it because you don't pay attention
Charles
to
says,
it.
"Hey,
so you
I
shouldn't.
coach
'Cause I don't care
football."
about
I know you don't, so that's why it's okay.
Boring.
To
Charles,
you.
Charles says, "Hey, I
To
coach
most.
football, and it's
No,
a contact
who
sport,
cares
and a
about
lot of
anybody
injuries."
else?
You could
But
take
to
anybody
me-
in this building. Anybody in this building. Take them to the batting cages. Start them at 50, then go to 60, then 80 miles an hour. I promise you, if they're somewhat of an athlete, they can make good contact on a 90 to 100 mile an hour pitch. It's not that difficult because it's repetitive. In golf, it's a different shot every time you tee up. Your lie is different. The conditions are different. You're hitting a draw, you're hitting a fade. You don't know that. You're changing the club. How far do I have to hit? Do I have to do a full swing, 80% swing? When you go up and you swing a bat against a professional pitcher, you're getting one of 3 pitches. A heater, a moving heater, or a ball that's going to go probably 10 to 12 miles less.
What's tougher, golf or surfing?
I haven't surfed, but I'm going to say golf. Still golf.
Mac?
Surfing's tough until you get the hang of it. Mm-hmm. See, but it's
I'm
not
gonna say-
repetitive like that. Once you get up
Golf,
on the board,
yeah.
you know how to get on the board. You're on the board. You figure that out.
Well,
But
they got surfing here at 23.
know.
Surfing should be one because
golf
there's
is
a
at
chance you can get eaten
51.
by a shark.
surfing should
volleyball
be
is
one
21.
because you get eaten by. That is a good. You could die. There we go, Max. Can we agree
Well, you
that
know what? You
surfing
can
is
get-
the most dangerous?
You can get bit by a tick playing golf and get Lyme's disease and die.
Oh,
So there you go.
okay. What the?
Okay.
You could be on a plane
wanna meet
and
the person
Samuel
who made the list
Jackson's
so I
in
can
front
punch
of
him in
you
the face.
and he yells, "Snakes on a plane!"
Okay,
and
poor-
then you got snakes on a plane and then you get bit and
Port, that could happen in any sport. That could happen in, I don't know, any even indoor sport. A bug can fly through the hockey rink, a tick can nip your neck.
No, I feel that like in
That could
golf,
happen
there's more
anywhere.
ticks. I know people that have gotten bit by a tick and gotten Lyme's disease playing golf.
Okay, but that can happen in any outdoor sport. Football.
No,
Guy
they don't
could be
really
going
have,
for
no,
a
they don't.
run
But they
and
don't
go,
have
"Meow."
trees everywhere. They don't have trees everywhere, and it's
Make
not
that noise
really-
again, Fish.
Listen,
how about disc golf, Mass?
Or
love
baseball.
this.
Bees.
Yes.
Baseball. Bees.
listen. How many people here in this
Did you
room,
get by a bee?
and the people that are listening and watching, how many people can bowl? Everybody, right? Everyone can throw a bowling ball down the lane.
That
But
was
how
me.
many people can carry a 200 average, which is like a par in golf? 220 probably is par
It is not the same.
in golf.
It is not the same.
It's a different game.
It's not even remotely close, and I'll tell you
No,
again.
you're.
It's a bowling.
I just
I
think-
Bowling golf
disagree.
with the same pin set every single
No,
time.
no, no, no.
Yes,
but
and it don't mean
but
shit.
Listen, Adam. But the oil changes, the lane
course.
changes, your shot shape. So the repetitiveness of trying to hit the same shot, like in golf, trying to repeat the same motion is the same thing. Now it depends on what type of pattern you're playing on and which lanes and stuff. But as far as repetitive, Maz, yes, it is comparable as far as repetitive, right? But and the pins are the hole, Adam. There's the same hole in every different one. It just might change. But once you get the right line, then you're all in. It's sort of like that groove swing. What you
Again,
know?
we're talking at the professional level, not the standard bowler or golfer.
All right, let's take
Well,
it
but
down.
even-
No,
Standard.
well, that's
let's
even
take it down to the
harder.
standard.
That- if you're talking at the most extreme professional level, you look at the oil patterns on what they make them. It's not. It's beyond what a regular
All right.
amateur
you
bowler
know,
would have.
you know what I have learned in this segment? I have learned there's 3 things you just don't talk about: religion, politics, and sports ranked by their difficulty. This is how you're going to lose your
This has been a
friends. Don't
great
talk about.
debate. I knew as soon as Maz put this on the prep sheet, I was like, "This is going to be
Hey,
the
you know
greatest
what?
We're gonna lose
Can I
friends.
quote
Good
Tom Asway?
content.
Can I
Keep it
quote
going.
Tom Asway?
What?
Life is learning.
That's right.
Life is
And
learning.
he just learned
so,
a lesson on golf.
Did disc golf
But
make
he
the
doesn't
list?
care.
That's my favorite
Still,
sport right now.
No matter what it is, he doesn't care.
I don't give a shit.
I mean, because I personally think, and I have different opinions. I think that hockey would be the hardest sport.
Hey, Maz, was cricket on that list?
Yeah, cricket's
That's
on here.
way harder than baseball.
Let's see.
Is disc golf on there?
It's probably
there's a whole
behind
bunch
it.
You
of them
can
on
get
here.
ticks in disc golf.
Canoeing,
Full show.
Oh, yeah, I know.
weightlifting.
Number 1 is
Rodeo.
boxing here. Number one
Boxing's
is
tough.
boxing, and we all
And like
know.
archery, how can archery be 55? Do you know how hard archery
It-
is?
Number one should be MMA.
Well,
Oh.
it says boxing. In martial arts, is number 6.
I agree, Fish.
Number
Martial
one should be
arts.
trying to convince Maz of anything.
I
That's the
agree with
hard-
I
that.
agree,
I mean,
Look
sometimes.
Look who's talking.
but-
You got called out on Twitter.
I agree, man.
Oh, what
I
they
get called
tell
out all
him?
the
What did he
time.
say on Twitter?
They said that should be a new sport. Trying to convince Adam.
yeah.
Trying to convince him he's wrong.
Mike on YouTube asked, Maz,
so
is horse
true.
racing a difficult sport?
Damn right. Try to steer those 1,100-pound horses with a 100-pound guy on your back. You damn right that's hard.
What's the fastest you've ever gone on a horse, you think?
I've never been on a horse.
You've never been on a horse?
No.
I just want to know, like
A
on
pony?
this. Okay, look.
Okay,
They've
a
That
got
doesn't count.
When I was a kid.
rodeo, bull, bareback, bronc riding to be less difficult than volleyball or racquetball.
Volleyball is not a tough sport. It's very easy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
volleyball is
saying.
one of the easiest.
I like Ryan's reaction on YouTube. He says, anything without defense should be on the bottom of the list.
I concur.
Golf, you're out there by yourself.
You're always on
You have a
defense.
caddy.
game.
You got
Your
your
defense
little, you got
against
your
the
little,
elements, man.
you
The
got your
wind's
little-
blowing.
you got your little
the greens
telescope.
you gotta read.
Oh, let me
Shut
look at the
your
fucking
cake
telescope.
hole.
Let me
All
see
you
the
gotta
fucking
do is
wait,
get by
wait, the
that
wayfinder,
big
man.
picture
Stupid
beer
golf.
to throw a
Wayfinder.
fucking bowling
Freaking
ball.
jerks
You
named
fucking ride a
Brooks and
fucking
fucking
horse. Here,
Harrison
go
and
drug
all
up
that
another
stupid
horse. Here, so I
asshole
can bet on it and watch a
elitist
little
sport.
guy ride it down the freaking way.
What does that even
Instead of
mean,
taking
man?
it sport that you can not only
Oh,
tell
Brooks.
about yourself exactly.
I'll beat
Matt
you in
doesn't
the
like to
club.
look in the mirror. If you don't like to look in the mirror, that's why
go
you
to
don't like to
Butler
play
Cabin.
golf. Golf is the best self-awareness
Hello,
sport
friends.
in the world.
Let's get that
Hello,
green
friends.
jacket.
Jim Nance here with
Hello,
the...
friends.
Okay, you know
Jim
what?
Nance.
I love a green jacket.
I think it's time for a little bit of Charles Barkley.
Was that your
in
old
our
Tom
life.
Morris
I
impression?
think it's time
That
for a
sounds
little
like Santa
bit
Claus to me.
of
I'm
Chuck.
Hootie Johnson of Augusta. Come on in, white guy. Let's bring another white guy in here. Brooks, go get Bryson. Fuck golf.
Hey.
That is why you don't talk about this stuff, friends. All right.
We cracked him
Hey,
out.
man, let's go to
my
the goal.
Cracked him on
gosh.
Wednesday.
Wow. Okay. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come
coming
back,
on.
we're gonna get to some good
coming
old
on.
Charles Barkley.